Okay, hello everybody. We are doing another live call for the Internet Marketing Training Center of Virginia. And my name is Mark. It might appear to you that it is Tom Antion talking on our GoToWebinar software, and that's because I'm logged in as him, but it really is Mark. We have a couple people on the line. That's great. It's always nice to see people live on the line. And if you're familiar with GoToWebinar software, there is a small question box that you can type in questions, answers, anything that you want to throw in there. I will see, and then I will be able to answer your questions. Now, today we are going to just touch on keyword research and finding some good keywords for your website. I find that a lot of students have a difficult time either understanding this or grasping the concept or understanding how important finding the right keywords are for your website and for your business. So that's what I'm going to do today. Now, if you're familiar with the school lessons, we have the keywords class is one of the second ones in the curriculum, and in particular, one of the lessons, about the fifth or sixth one down, is finding keywords. So we're going to kind of go with that and then use some of the resources that are available in the Finding Keywords Selected Reading. So if you have or if I'm talking too fast or if anything is confusing, you can always take a look at the Finding Keywords section, and hopefully that'll clear things up for you. If it doesn't, you can always send me a message, send me an email, and I will get back to you. Okay, so today let's talk about keywords and keyword research. So there's many different tools to use to find keywords for your website. Why do we want to find keywords? Well, we want to have keywords on our website because keywords are the words or phrases, sometimes there can be multiple words in a phrase, that your customer or your potential customer is going to be typing into the search engine to hopefully find whatever it is they're looking for. And hopefully, if they're typing in keywords that are related to your business, they will find your site. Well, that's the problem, though, because nobody really knows exactly what Joe Schmo is going to be typing into the search engines to find information on. One person might be looking for, let's say, for example, glasses. And if they type glasses into the search result, well, one thing is glasses is kind of ambiguous. It could be eyeglasses. It could be glasses that you drink out of. So that in that case, we might want to actually find something more specific. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to find keywords and phrases that can best be used on your website, in your videos, anywhere that the internet can access. That is where you want to make sure you have the proper keywords. Now, if you go through the selected reading, there are a couple keyword tools that can give you an idea of potential keyword phrases that you could use. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm going to go through one or two of the ones that three or four that I like to use, and I'm going to show you some other techniques that we can use as well. So one of the main keyword tools is Google's tool. Google has an AdWords keyword tool, and it will give you suggestions on possible keywords and phrases that you should at least consider to put on your site. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go to the Google keyword tool. I was already on here earlier. It is located at adwords.google.com. Now, you will have to have a Google account to use this tool. Most people do. And I am not 100% sure. I will have to double check, but you might also have to actually start an AdWords account, which means they have to connect it to your credit card. Now, they don't charge you for this. The only reason why it's connected to your credit card is if you feel like you want to pay for ads. Now, we're not going to go into ads, and we don't really, we condone ads, but we don't condone it just yet in this stage of your website and building everything up in your business. So why else would they want your credit card? Well, they also will pay you through the AdSense if you're making money through AdSense and all of that. So they want all that connected, but you don't have to buy ads. You don't have to pay to use the Google tool. but you might need to connect your credit card. If so, if you feel fine with that, that's fine. If you don't want to connect your credit card, that's okay. Stay on the line, and I'm going to show you some other tools that are not Google affiliated and they don't require any credit card or anything like that. So while I'm in the AdWords.google.com website, I'm at the AdWords homepage. Let me back up and I will actually show you the AdWords homepage. And it might ask you to log in, even if you've logged into other services such as YouTube or Gmail. Okay, and when you come here, you're going to have this basic chart. I have something that's telling me my ads aren't running because I've spent all my money, and that's fine because I haven't put money in here in so long. That's okay. And up at the top, we have Home, Campaigns, Opportunities, and Tools. Under Tools, we have a bunch of options, and one of the options is a Keyword Planner tool. When you come to the Keyword Planner tool, it's going to ask you, what would you like to do? You can search for new keywords and ad group ideas, and I'll explain what an ad group is in a second. You can search for volume, search a volume for a list of keywords. You can get traffic estimates for a list of keywords, and you have multiple keyword lists to get new ideas. You feel free to poke around with any of these, but for right now, I'm just going to choose the first one, search for new keyword and ad group ideas. When you click on that, it's going to ask you enter one or more of the following. You can type in a keyword or a keyword phrase here. You can put your landing page in here and it will find keywords related to your landing page. However, if you don't have keywords on your landing page just yet, it might have a hard time finding other suggestions. You can even do a product if you want. You can search through here, but I'm just going to go with just the first option again. Type in a product or service or a keyword phrase that you want to try to find some other keywords related to. Now let's see here. If anybody has an idea of a keyword phrase that we should put in here, let me know in the question box. If I don't hear anything, then I will just go with one of my own and I'll try to make it pretty general. I'm going to choose a general keyword phrase. Let's say somebody is looking for used cars. Used cars? Okay, we'll do used cars. And I just simply type in used cars. And then I'm going to click the Get Ideas button down, the blue button down here in the bottom left. It's going to think for a second. And then it's going to bring up in the middle of the page, first off, some trends, which I'm not going to really pay attention to right now. That doesn't really help me get ideas. And then if I scroll down, you're going to see ad group ideas, and there's a tab, ad group ideas, and there's also keyword ideas. So let me explain what an ad group is. Well, Google tried to make it easy, and you can actually get ads. Again, we're not going to buy ads. We're just using this as suggestions, but you can actually pay for ads, and the ad can be applied to everything under a group. And in a group, it has more than one keyword. Now, you feel free to click through here and look at these if you want, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to back up and I'm going to click the keyword ideas. I'm not even going to bother with the ad group ideas, even though a lot of them will be similar, but I just like the keyword ideas because then it's all singled out for you. So I'm going to click keyword ideas. And then another page is going to appear. I'm going to scroll down. And here's my search term that I typed in, used cars. So first off, the term that I typed in, used cars, pretty high monthly searches. Of course, the competition is high, and then we have some other information. What we want to look at is we want to pay attention to the monthly searches and then the competition, but really we want to pay attention to the monthly searches. You want to find a high, large number. 450,000 is really big. Of course, used cars is a big company, or excuse me, a big business anyway. So that would, of course, be one of the keywords that I want to focus on. But we have competition here. Now, what does competition mean? Well, it will even tell you if you hold your mouse. But competition is the number of advertisers that showed on each keyword. So what does that mean? Well, that means that there are other people and businesses online that are paying for ads. If there's a lot of businesses and people paying for ads, then the competition is going to be high. So you can pay attention to the competition and kind of get a broad idea of how many, if the competition is high, that means that there are a lot of websites out there that will be going against you. So this keyword, if I was going to use it, It definitely wouldn't be the only keyword, because I know that I would have a difficult time trying to get people and get ranked on the search engines for this keyword because the competition is so high. So what do? Well, we don't ever just have one keyword. You want a list of keywords. You want a bunch of keywords that are related, and you want to sporadically use these different keywords throughout your website, throughout your content. And so what we're going to do is that now we're going to look at some other keyword ideas, and that is what all of these suggestions are down here. Let me scroll down a little bit more. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search through the monthly searches because I want to see the most popular and most searched for terms. So I'm going to click average monthly searches, and then it will show the most to least. So I already have used cars. I know that's 450,000, and I have used cars for sale. That's a phrase, okay? So on my website, I would, if I want to use this keyword, I want to make sure that I have used cars for sale somewhere in there, and that has 301,000 searches, which is great. And of course, the competition is high. A lot of these are high because this is a big business. But for your keywords, you should have some, hopefully, more mediums and more lows competition. If it is high, it's okay. We just want to be aware that you will need more content and more keywords throughout your website to fight this high competition. So here's one that's medium competition. It's got about 22,000 monthly searches. That's not bad. I don't mind 22,000 monthly searches, and that's best used cars. So what I would do is I like this one too. So I would probably, copy it and paste it into a list somewhere that I could save on my computer. And this list would be just all keyword ideas. And that's what I do. I just go through here and I get an idea of, oh, okay, I never thought of used car values. That's one that I never thought of. I would never type that into the search box, but apparently a lot of people do. So, this is one that I probably should put in my list. And that's what you do. You just scroll through, scroll down, and then it doesn't hurt to have a couple low competition keywords as well. Of course, the numbers are going to be lower, but the competition is lower, so you can start ranking for these. Now, if you start ranking in the search engines for some low competition keywords, it will help you start to rank with the medium and high competition keywords. So here we go. We have certified pre-owned. Oh, that's high. The NADA, I think, used car value, most reliable used cars. These two I would probably put on my list. And that's what I do. I would just go through here and brainstorm. I'm using this to get ideas for keywords. And I would keep going through, and build my list. Let's do another keyword phrase on this just to get an idea of something a little bit smaller. Let's try, I'm trying to think of what some of our mentees here. How about trauma? No, trauma's not good. I'm trying to think of project management. That one's kind of vague. Public speaking. Let's try that. So I'm going to do public speaking. I'm going to get some ideas here. And I want to look at my keyword ideas. And of course, these numbers are a little bit more realistic for the types of businesses that we are working on. But communication, okay, that's kind of relevant. Communication skills is a good one. Fear of public speaking is a good one. So what I'm doing, again, I'm just looking through here and trying to come up with other keywords that I can also put into my website. And you want a good list. You want to get a good chunk of keywords so you can they are at your disposal. Later on down the road, you might want to make a blog post or an article or a video on how to improve communication skills. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, it's low, so that's good. So you might show up for it, but it's also only got 1,600 monthly searches. So there's not that many people searching it in relative to the other keywords. But why would I want to maybe use this in here? Well, again, like I said, I can rank for a lower keyword, a lower competition keyword, a lot better than a medium or high. And once you start ranking for a lower keyword, it can help you with the other keywords. Not only will it help you, but when you start to use these lesser searched keyword phrases, how to improve communication skills, that phrase is still related to public speaking. And Google is smart. It knows that If you are a real legitimate website that's focusing on public speaking, that you're not going to have just the high competition keywords. You're going to have keywords that are related to public speaking, even if they are low. And this is a little bit more advanced, but they call it LSI, latent semantic indexing. And all that means is that they're paying attention to the other keywords and links and stuff that you have, and seeing if that is related in a broader sense to public speaking. This one would be how to improve communication skills would be. So Google says, okay, well, or it thinks this must be related to public speaking. This website must be sort of an authority figure or an expert, because not only is it focusing on just the high keywords, it's also focusing on everything that's related to public speaking. And that's it. That's what I would do. I would search through these and come up with ideas, copy and paste, and have a list of keyword phrases. So that's the AdWords tool. Now let's take a look at some of these phrases in another tool. One of the other tools that we suggest is a little bit farther down on the reading here, and it is this one, the SEO Book Keyword Tool. This is one I didn't even know about, but Tom knows about it and he recommended it. So let's take a look at the SEO Book Keyword Tool. And I already did used cars, so let's take a look at used cars, and then I will do public speaking. So used cars in this SEO Book Keyword Tool comes up with a little bit larger number. Daily searches, where are mostly searches taking place on Google, cost per click, and of course a monthly value. But I'm not really paying attention to the numbers because I'm not going to be, or the money, because I'm not going to be buying ads. I really just want to pay attention to the monthly searches and the daily searches. Now, why is this monthly search a lot higher than the Google AdWords monthly search? Well, it depends on a bunch of different things. Google AdWords tool is probably only looking at Google. The SEO Book Keyword Tool is looking at Bing, Yahoo, Bing, Yahoo, and Google. Also, every keyword tool is not going to tell you exactly how they work, but every keyword tool works a little bit differently. So they might consider two people typing in used cars as one, or they might consider it as two. So it's a little bit different, but regardless, I do know that the term used cars has a lot of monthly searches. And then we can go a little bit farther down. Kelley Blue Book used cars, that's a good one, I would say. Used cars for sales, there's another one. And farther and farther. Sounds like the police are coming to get me. They're not, don't worry. Here's one that I never would have thought of. KBB used cars. So this is one, wow, quite 14,000 monthly searches. Related to 660,000 is nothing, but still, this is one that I would never have thought of, and so I would probably write that down and put that on my list. And that's it. That's what I would do. I would keep going through here, and you can see that there's some that are location specific. If you have a product that is location specific, definitely put the location in some of your keywords and on your website. And other than that, you don't have to, but some people still do. Some websites will do locations, just even if they are international, because they can still kind of grab some of those keyword juice. But if you look, most of these are around like 2,800, and you don't want to seem spammy, so I wouldn't grab every single location and just try to throw them on your site. Because let's say somebody in Memphis is looking for a used car, they come across your site and they find out that it has nothing to do with Memphis. It's not even near them. They're going to get disappointed, and they will probably leave your website relatively quickly. Leaving your website relatively quickly can also hurt you in the search results. You want people to stay on your website, and the longer, the better. So this is another one, the SEO tool the SEO Book Keyword Tool. And let me show you one. Well, actually, let me type in public speaking. I haven't done that one yet on this one, so let's see. So I'm going to do public speaking, and we're going to click submit. And see, the numbers are a little bit smaller, which is, again, interesting. But we do see fear of public speaking. So there are a lot that are going to cross over. But there might be some that didn't cross over from the Google tool, such as a pocket guide to public speaking. That must be a book, and so on and so forth. All right, another tool that I really like is called Ubersuggest. It's right here, UBER suggest.org. ubersuggest.org, Uber Suggest. This one works a little bit differently, but it still works. It still helps you get keyword ideas. I'm going to type into the middle area. I'm going to do used cars again, just to stick with the same trend. And this, I haven't tested this out on the Uber Suggest site, so let's see what we get. They're going to make it put in a little code, but you don't have to use a credit card or an email. And then I'm going to click Suggest. Now, what's different about this is Uber Suggest will show you the top 10. Doesn't give you numbers. It just gives you the top 10 phrases for used cars. Used cars for sale, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then it does used cars plus. So it'll be the used cars plus whatever. And then plus the top 10. And it will make more sense when you look at the next option. Used cars plus A. So what it's going to do now is it's going to look at the term used cars, and then it's going to come up with the top 10 that the next keyword in the phrase begins with an A. So this is used cars Atlanta, Austin, da-da-da-da-da. And you can see that we have used cars and trucks, which really isn't an A, but they must have ran out of A's, so they did and so on and so forth. B, used cars by owner, used cars Bakersfield. And what I like about this is, again, I find some that I've never used or never thought of. Used cars cheap. I probably would not have thought that, but people are typing that phrase in. Used cars dealers for D. When you click it, it will actually give you the top 10 for under dealers. So I really like this tool because it doesn't show you numbers, but it can give you ideas. Let's do public speaking. If I can spell it right. Public speaking. Here we go. So of course, again, it's going to give you the top 10 that it thinks is the most relevant. Tips, anxiety. See, now the other place had fear of public speaking. Now this is public speaking anxiety. Different. So that's good. Public speaking in a diverse society. Never would have thought about that, but it must be a book because it says 4th edition. And again, we have A, anxiety tips, activities, app. I wouldn't have thought of that one. B, of course, we got books, public speaking, biggest fear. See, not just fear of public speaking, but biggest fear. Okay. And C and D and so on and so forth. So I do really like this tool because it can give you other ideas, but it won't give you numbers. Now, those are just 3 tools that I picked. There are more in the lessons here. And you can feel free to go through these and kind of compare and contrast, but it's odd because I said it's very important, but you don't want to spend forever with keyword research, because what you're going to find is the more you start getting into marketing for your business and the more you get building up your website, you're going to stumble upon other keywords, and you're going to they might change a little bit. You might drop one and find another one. So you can go through all of these tools, but at least the 3 that I showed you will get you a good, strong backbone of keyword ideas that you can use in your content. But that's not it. That's not all. Sorry. There's more. We can also do it another way. We can do the not old school way, but we can simply go to Google and type in the phrase that we are searching for by itself right here. So I'm going to do used cars. First off, this is location specific for me, so it's Virginia Beach, but you can also see under these suggestions that these are some of the most common suggestions. So if one of these is different that you did not find in your keyword research, you might want to throw one of these suggestions into your list. If it's already there, you don't need to, but you just simply search. And let's take a look at what comes up. I'm going to make sure it comes up. Also, an important thing I want to show you guys here on Google, these little buttons, do you see these? Show all results and currently hiding private results. If you do show all results, see how this little person? If it's going to show private results, what does that mean? Well, that means Google is going to provide results on this left-hand side that are somewhat related to what I have searched for in the past. See, I'm logged into Google. This is my account. So Google remembers what I've been searching for, and it's going to provide some private results, which means it's based only on me. So these results aren't really a good indication of what everybody else is finding when they type in used cars into Google. So what I like to do is I like to click this little world icon that says hide private results. And when you click that, you're going to get a much better idea of what everybody will be typing in, or what everybody will see when they type in the term into Google. Now, also the top 3 here, these are ads. As you can see, there's a little yellow ad, so it lets people know which one of these are ads. I usually don't click on the ads for keyword research because they have not an advantage, but they've paid to show up here. So when you pay to show up here, you don't have to fully optimize your site. I bet you all of these sites are optimized, but you don't have to fully optimize your site because you've almost bought your place into the search results. I'm going to look down farther below the ads and see what comes up next. Used car research. Okay, used car sales appraisals, certified. So appraisals is one that I never thought of. Certified pre-owned we saw earlier. This is what's going on in the news. And then we have actual businesses, so I'm not going to take a look at those. I want to look at, well, these are all businesses too, because of course used cars is such a big business. Let me type in public speaking and see what we get. Okay, so we have one ad, and then public speaking is going to come up with the the normal results. Toastmasters, Wikipedia entry. Better public speaking is the third result, so I bet that's a pretty good keyword phrase. If you don't have that in your list, you should put it in there. Advanced public speaking is another one. And principles, okay, principles of public speaking. So we have some of these. Now let's say that I want to see what is happening under better public speaking. What website does this take me to? It takes me to Mind Tools. It's a career website. So in this case, the career website, they are focusing on a lot of different content. And so that's how they're showing up. And it doesn't hurt, but you could read through here to get an idea of what they're talking about. So, okay, better public speaking. Good, that's a good keyword phrase. Becoming a confident, compelling speaker. So I would probably break these up. I would do confident speaker as one keyword phrase, and then compelling speaker as a keyword phrase. I would put that on my list. What do they do for clickable links? Let's see, even if you don't need to make regular presentations. Presentations, again, is pretty vague. In my opinion, there should be public speaking presentations, self-confidence, and so on and so forth. So the tricky thing about this website in particular, they have many other websites, many other pages that are probably not even related to public speaking, but it's such a big website that shows up anyway. I want to find one that's more of just an average Joe sort of person that wants to be a public speaker. So I'm actually going to go through a couple pages here, and I want to find. Here we go. Anxiety coach. Look at this. Overcome the fear of public speaking. Anxiety coach. Well, we know from our keyword research that fear of public speaking is a big keyword phrase. We also know that anxiety. I remember that public speaking anxiety was a keyword phrase that I suggested we put on our list. So let's take a look and see what we have. Now, this website's a little old looking. That's okay. I mean, it's not okay, but it's okay for us. But what do they have? Well, they have fear of public speaking. I bet this is an H1 tag, so they put keywords in there. And they have a bunch of clickable links on the side. Anxiety disorders, panic disorders, fear, social anxiety. So they're focusing more on anxiety. Not exactly what I'm looking for, what my website is going to be about. So I'm going to back out, and I'm going to see if we can find another one. Public speaking project. So let's take a look at that. Here we go. So public speaking project, access individual chapters. Yep, public speaking, the virtual. Good. Look at these links. These links, of course, are clickable, and they put keywords in the clickable links, like we suggest in our lessons. And so what do we have? Introduction, origins, ethics, listening effectively, audience, critical thinking. Some of these aren't related to what I would want to put into my list, but some might be. Delivering your speech might be one. Visual aids. If I would write down visual aids, but if I was going to put it on my website, I would probably do public speaking visual aids. I would be a little over. I would make sure that public speaking has something to do with those. And informative speaking. That's one, and probably is a smaller uh, amount of monthly searches. And if I wanted to, I could search that in a keyword tool just to get an idea. But informative speaking might be one that that is good for my list. Also, persuasive speaking, group presentation, group public speaking in groups, stuff like that. See what I'm doing? I'm kind of brainstorming, and I don't know every single keyword phrase. Tom doesn't know every single keyword phrase, and none of you guys won't know every keyword phrase. It's almost a guessing game, but we're using all this research to make the guess a lot more accurate or closer to accurate. Okay, so let's see. Now I want to do one that's, I will do project management. I'm going to do project management. And I want to do project management for business, which most of them are anyway. And let's see what comes up. Oh, we have a blog right here. So let's see here. Harvard Business, dirty little secret of project management. They don't have any clickable links except for one. That's marketing a book. So that's kind of bad. But what I would do at this point is I would actually look at the source code. So I'm going to get a little nerdy, and we talk about this in one of our lessons, but I'm going to do, I'm in Chrome right now, so I'm going to do developer view source. And I want to take a look at this website, and I want to look at the keywords. And this is one of your guys' assignments coming up in the lessons. And I'm going to find keywords. Now, I know that I could search for the keywords through all of this code, but luckily for me, it actually just appeared right here at the top, so I don't even have to search for it. So let's take a look at the keywords that this website used. And again, this website is the Harvard Business Review, and this page is about project management. Business resources, articles, Harvard, and then and this is the description. So what we can do is sometimes this one's a little bit less public speaking, more about business, or excuse me, this one's a little bit more about Harvard and stuff, and they do have some that are related to project management, managing people, leadership, organizational development. That's one I never would have thought of, but I'm not a project manager. So see what I'm doing again? I'm looking at these websites to get keyword ideas. I'm actually looking in the code, behind the front of the website, and I'm using that to get more ideas. What else could we do? Well, we can also use my favorite, YouTube. We can go to YouTube and do the same exact thing. YouTube is now the second largest search engine behind Google, and of course, Google owns YouTube, but it's still, people are using it as a search engine now. So I'm going to type in project management. Actually, I'm going to type in project management business, and I'm going to see what comes up. Spotlight on business project management implementation. Okay, that was a keyword phrase that maybe I haven't thought of. Implementation. Project management jobs. That's one that I could probably write a blog post or make a video about, or an article, and people might be interested in looking at it. Let's say I want to get a little bit more information. So an ad's playing. I'm going to skip the ad. So in this research, I would watch the video and see what he's talking about. He's probably talking about project management jobs, but I would watch the video and see what he's talking about. If he says something that's confusing, or if he says something that I think would be confusing to the viewers, then I might write that down, because that's something that I could make a video on. That's something that I could make an article or a blog post about. But on top of that, I would listen to what he's saying and see if there's any keywords that he says in the actual audio and what he's actually saying. And then I would read the description. Project management jobs focus on efficiently completing a series of tasks. These jobs require management skills, budgeting skills. Okay. Project management. So that could give me an idea of some keywords. Also, I can use the view developer view source again, and I can look for keywords that are related just to this video. What keywords did he use in this video? Again, I could search for it, but I just got lucky and I see it right here. We have the description, and then we have the keywords. The keywords are this highlighted line right here. It might be a little difficult to see. Then his tags, his keywords are business management, project management, time management, business tips, sales management, retail management. Those are good. If any of those are related to project management and it's not on my list, well, you betcha I'm going to copy and paste and put it on my list. And you can do that over and over and over again. You can do it on YouTube. You can do it on Google. You can find people that are doing what you want to do or what you are doing and spy on them. It's ethically spying. It's just figuring out what keywords they used, and then you can copy those if they are relevant. And that's it. That's what I would do over and over until I have a good list. Now, what is a good list? What does that mean? Well, the more keywords that you have on your list, it's better. It's the better because you have opportunity to make a lot of content based around all of these keywords. But it doesn't mean that you have to have 300 keywords. Try to get a good, I mean, this is very rough numbers, but I mean, try to get a good 15 to 30 at least. If you get more, great. Anything under 15, you might be selling yourself kind of short. It might be hurting you, but it's not a deal breaker if you only have 15 keywords. As long as you can keep creating content based around those and people keep looking for it and people are still interested in it, then you should be fine. And that's really about it for this class. If there's any questions, please type them into the question box because usually that starts me going on some more information. But other than that, that is it. Now, this is going to be a replay later on, and the replay will be available in the resources section of the school under the business area. So if you guys are watching this on the replay and you have any questions, feel free to send me a message through the school or through an email, and I can help you out with that. But other than that, I'm just going to wait a little while longer just in case somebody is typing up a long question, because last time somebody was typing up a long question and I cut it kind of short, so I want to apologize for that. But if anybody is typing up any long questions in the question box, I'll give you a second. And okay, there we go. Deborah Ellis. The question is, when I to adwords.google.com, I cannot open the tools section. Is it grayed out? Are you logged in? You cannot open the tools section. It's not available whatsoever. Let me know and we'll take a look. Go back to my tool here. All right, and if that won't let you open it, nothing happens. I can get campaigns, etc. And okay, and do you have a credit card connected to that? That would be the only reason why I would think you couldn't get it. Tools, keyword planner. Also, what browser are you in? Maybe for some weird reason it doesn't give you a drop down. Because for me, it gave me when I clicked it, it gave me a drop down. Could be Internet Explorer, it could be Firefox. I'm not sure if that could be a problem, but it might be. If not, let's see. Perhaps I need to do that. The credit card. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm sorry. I cannot. It's been so long since I've done this that I can't remember if it's a problem or not. But let me show you what I would do next. I would simply go to Google, and I'm going to search it. AdWords won't open. Oops. Tools. Let's see if anybody else is having the same problem. Oh, oops, I'm in Safari, so I gotta. AdWords won't open. Tools. Let's see if anybody else is having the same problem. AdWords editor won't install. AdWords keyword tool won't load. Let's see what's going on. So somebody else must have had the same problem. I'm hoping. I'm somebody else. Same results. Firefox and Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer is the only browser where AdWords is working. Weird. Just figured out the issue. Ad block. If you have ad block on, that might be the problem. Somebody else said they have ad block and then it didn't work. If they turn off ad block, it works just fine. Let's see. Ad block. Chrome turning off ad block. Most people say they have ad block problem. I don't have ad block on here, so that's why I opened for me. Deborah, see if that is maybe what's causing the issue. Other than that, nobody else is really having the problem. So it might be the credit card thing, or it might be the ad block thing. If you're still having a problem with that, Deborah, shoot me a message and we'll walk through it. We can do like a join me session, and I'll look at your screen, and then we'll figure it out. You should have no problem with the other two tools, the Uber Suggest or the SEO book, and there are other tools in the lessons as well, so you can take a look at those too. Does any? I'll use the others as well. Yeah, I like to use a mix. I don't ever stick with one tool, especially not the Google tool, because like I said, they only look at Google. They're not looking at Bing. They're not looking at the other ones, and that's why I like to use the more general, all across the board tools as well. Of course, Google is the big dog, so we do like to pay attention to them too. Other than that, guys, let's see here. I cannot really think of anything else. The lessons give you some good information, and I am available whenever you guys need me. Send me a message and I can help you out, or give me a call, 757-687-5190. If there's no more questions, or if you can't think of any right now, that's fine. If you can think of one later, like I said, shoot me a message and I'll help you out. So this was our live call. It'll be available. The replay will be available soon. And other than that, thank you very much. We're going to have another live call next week, and I look forward to seeing you guys on that call. Have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.